Hey everybody, welcome back to Baseball Card Therapy with Sean. Today we have our last 50 card mail send off that we did. It just arrived here about 3 minutes ago. So it took 25 working days. This one had a good number of jumbo cards. So don't know if I'll be doing that again unless it's really something special, but they were some older stuff and some cool stuff that I just wanted to get encased. Two of them I just had authenticated. So, good package. Get the heck out of this one. So most of this was 90s, modern. And the jumbos usually run about $50 a piece, so it's kind of a big thing. So I mean, how you do 4 or 5 cards and it'll add up real quick. So we'll start with these, get them out of the way real quick. All right, the first one is 1999 Pacific Crown Royal Kramer's Choice. So I went over these and I had ordered. I guess they came loose packed or like a box loader. And there's a guy online who I bought 5 or 6 packs from. So this one's had a little bit of wear and tear. I sent out two Griffies and Greg Maddux. Here's the cow. You can tell that one there had a little dot right above the 98. But for the most part, these things were like this one. Probably the highest grade it would have got would have been a 9. So, but I got tired of them bouncing around, and they are something cool from back then. So that's the Maddux. So the front of that, and there's a little dot there. So this one really had 1 or 2 spots on the back. They did individually wrap each one of these. Plus, there have not been too many of these graded. So the front of that thing is pretty nice. Oh, even the back, pretty nice. And this one here was the best one of the bunch. So this Griffey got a 9. So one little dot there, maybe. And then even the back, it's next to impossible to, as long as these things have been floating around the earth. You can tell there's a little bit up top, but I believe this is the only 9, at least on the SGC side. But I do believe that PSA has a low pop count on these. These are something I bought back in 03. I just had them authenticated because how I know they're real autographs. But this is the Materialistics from 03 Focus. You can tell this one now. This is the day I had it. Had a little crease there. But yeah, it's made on like a jersey material. They're not serial number, but I think it's like a 360. Oh, here's the bag. And that's Mr. October, and then got some Mr. November. I believe I got this one as a Father's Day gift back in 03. So, let's say it was my first on card Jeter. So that's pretty tight. And for the last jumbo, I just kind of wanted to see how these would grade out. I mean, to me, this thing looks pretty spot on for like a 9.95, but the front of it's like immaculate just about. But I think the back, yeah, you start getting up there at the top, so not bad. 8.5. Cool card from way back when. All right, let's get into the meat of this. I do have a 35 count that I'm putting together to get mailed out here next week or two. I don't think they're going to be doing any kind of specials coming up. Yeah. Let's take this guy out so we can get some space going. I think my next one's just going to be a more of a random player, random years, just some stuff that I just want to get encased. All right. So first up, we have bags. More bags. There we go. So 03 Panini 3 and 2, or 23. The Juan Gonzalez autograph, numbered out of 12. I traded a friend of mine at work for this card because I didn't have any of his autograph stuff. This is definitely a thicker kind of card, but yeah, no grade on the auto because I guess he went off a couple times. But other than that, I mean, being a thicker card, but it is definitely that was definitely a nice set when they came out. And we've got a 22 museum collection, the Superstar showpieces. Mike Schmidt at a 25, a 10, and a 10 autograph, 9 on the card. We got a CC, I guess his marker there wasn't as good as Schmidt's, but that one got a 9.5, and again, these are thicker cards, so, but I got both of those in a break, and I just happened to find this in my box, and I thought, well, it is time to get that graded. So that's the Bowman International 9. So it was a fairly clean little A little bit along that black bottom edge there. But the front surface was pretty dope. This was pulled from a box break I did last year. 96 Pinnacle Sports Flicks Artist Proof UC3. Oh. Yeah, it's got a little whitening, but being an artist proof, I was like, yeah, I'm sending it in. And this was pulled from a box. I think there were 2 versions of this. This is the Japanese version, so I just always liked that card. I remember having it back in the way before. So this one was pretty clean. And maybe just there's something there that kept it from being a 10, but I don't know, there's some little bit of snowflaking. But ain't no problems with the 9. This was done out of a break back in 22, so that's the rose gold. I knew it was a little bit off center, top to bottom, but it's out of 15, or yeah. So I think I got just about all his rookie stuff I had. This one to me was a head scratcher. I mean, these cards are essentially plastic, and I know it's got a little thing there. It was like, it didn't get sanded off, and you could see like the edges and stuff. But the centering and the surface, I don't know what exactly they look for in this, because this thing's got a 4 and it has not been through a blender, and it's a badass card. I mean, I just don't know whether it's the manufacturing that keeps it down, but that one will be taken out of a case. This was bought this raw off eBay. Millennial Marks out of I believe 1,000. So, man, I think that the autograph's big and bold. It's a little streaky, so, but you got a little bit of whiting. But still, nice card. This one's badass. 93 Topps Black Gold. I believe this is the second of only 2 that have ever tinned out on SGC side. So I know I broke this out of a set of these that I had. I was lucky enough when I was a kid I got the instant win for the A, B, C, and D group, I believe it was. And, I bet you them cards are trash now. So I bought a complete set, and so I got a Griffey I'm going to try to send in out of there, but it's still, at best, it may do a 9. This is the Tier 1 from 18. Gold Ink 101 Andy Pettit. So I knew the card itself wasn't going to get that high of a grade just because of being thick and everything, and being a gold paint marker, it's kind of hard not to be streaky, but it's a badass card. This was a back pull from 03. Chrome traded. Mr. Henderson Refractor. So I guess the regular 03 Topps Chrome refractors, they're like numbered out of 2003, maybe something like that, but The Topps Traded isn't, and I didn't really see any crazy surface flaws. I think that was off center, top to bottom, maybe a little bit left to right, but the 9 is cool with me for 11 years old now. This was a pack pull from 2018. Let me adjust this. There we go. Bowman Chrome Prospect at a 150. So I was kind of hoping this one would 10, but being a little bit off center, left, right. This one was a head scratcher. I don't know what gave it a not big of a maybe it's got a bent corner down there. And as I was just, I mean, it's not an expensive card. I was just going through and wanted to get some more of his rookie stuff done. So this was a pack pull, and I believe the only thing that held it is the genius that decided to put that on that little corner there. But 9.5 is not too shabby. Had a 1997. So that's still a real cool subset. This one I thought would definitely be a little higher than it came back. I did not see any there's something in the card. I guess the corner's just a little touch, but I was thinking at least a 9.5. This was a pack pull from a box. Also with this one, I believe I got bought this raw off eBay many years ago, but the front of it is just spectacular. I wish they would have lightened his image a little bit up on it. The back of it, I guess, has a little bit of chipping, maybe some light chipping along the edges. And 8.5. This was a raw eBay purchase many years ago, so still just a cool card. So that's not too bad in a 9. Got something in the card, maybe. Sample Marigold. This was a raw eBay purchase. You can tell it's kind of got some hardcore chipping on it, but still it's a awesome card from a set I really like. So front of it's really nice, presents well. This was a blaster box pull from a long time ago. I bought a box back home on vacation while we were at Walmart and decided to open it when we got back to the house, and this bad boy was in there. So being a buyback, it's not a valuable card to begin with, but I don't see why they gave it a 7. I mean, I can understand maybe a 8. I guess that black edge up there got a couple touches here and there, but it is a 101 Johnny Bench auto, so ain't gonna complain. This was a raw eBay purchase. I just thought it was a cool cartoon. style reminds me a lot of that, what's it called? Wizards from the 80s, the messed up cartoon. So you can see there's kind of like a refractor line going right across there. But these are numbered out of 99. I think they go all the way down to like 5 or something like that. But just different colorings. But I mean, that is a very simple card that has a lot of life to it. This was a pack pull from a box 2021. So it's been sitting in my collection since 2021. And I really didn't think too much about it until I got bored one day and I started looking on eBay and I saw what other people were selling these for. And I was like, it's 2020, just a 2021 parallel, but apparently people were paying like big bucks for his other year parallel cards. So I think there's 2 tins of this. And the other one may be like the class 3's out of 25. So there may be 2 tins of this class out of 50. This was a pack pull from a box break I did here at the house. 98 Pinnacle Performers. Well, these things. Well, 9.5, not too shabby. I don't believe there's a high pop count on that either. All right, this one was a raw eBay purchase. So it's 10 out of 15. Matsui. So awesome card, but it's from 5-star, and you know, with that acetate there's always some kind of scratches. So in being that thick of a card, but it got a 10 auto, so that's what I'm kind of happy about. And it's not really that banged up, it's just enough. This was a pulled from a break I did online with Cardsmiths for the Diamond Kings. I want to say this was like the first off the line box. That's the reason it's got the purple to 20. So those are some bang up patches. So again, it's another thick card, but you can tell right there on that corner. Yeah, got a little bit of touchy, but that's an awesome card. This was a pack pull from way back when. Playoff Absolutes, so 5, Tools of the Trade, Prime Red. What I liked about this card is they cut up an autographed glove of his. And then you got the awesome patch, but they cut up an autographed glove to make this card. I was like, wow, wouldn't you cut around the autograph and then maybe do a autographed glove card? But it's a 9 to 10. Again, another thick card. This was a pack pull from a blaster box. 2016 Diamond Kings. So yeah, I was really stoked this got as high a grade as it did, especially that framing that they put on there. So out of 15. This was from a flawless break So 14 out of 15 with a pretty nice patch there. And being on the A's. This was a pack pull from 99 Score Summit Nth Degree. I didn't really pay much attention to these until I started kind of opening that box, and then I watched a couple vids online, and I was like, man, those things really pop, and that's a nice set. Mr. Barry Larkin. Oh, this was a pack pull. 2016 Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor. Mr. Corey Seager. So, I don't even know if like atomics look like that anymore. They got some pop. This was a pack pull from a Walmart blaster not too long ago. I just know the front of this was pretty spot on. I know his autograph a little streaky there at the end, but they give the guy some credit. He's an old man. Does it say Cooperstown Collection? Yeah. But he's not in the Hall of Fame yet. Maybe they were really expecting him. So I think what took the hit on this was probably off center, side to side. This is the 98 Pinnacle Inside behind the numbers. Always like this set, die cut. It's got a little problem areas that are almost impossible to get away with, but especially the backs. Man, this was a break online. 22 Bowman's Best Brooks Lee Perspective Royalty Lava Refractor out of 50. So that's pretty good. So hopefully he'll turn in a good couple years. I might wind up selling that one. And this one's going to be taken out of the case because I have no idea why a modern card like this is an 8. So, but this was another online break. Still just a real, yeah, I'll take a $9.95, but this is from the online break. 2022 Bowman Chrome Sapphire Edition. Pete Crow Armstrong 505. So this isn't his first, and it's not a rookie, so it's kind of in that middle ground. So you pretty much have to be a hardcore PCA fan to. But yeah, that thing pops. Yeah, the center was just a touch off. This is from 22 Diamond Icons break that I did. I only have one more card to grade out of the break that I was in. And I think it's a Dave Winfield. And I do believe out of the 10 cards, I brought home 5 of them. Or I brought home 4 autographs, and then I got a booklet. So I don't know if I'm going to get the booklet graded. It's numbered to 10, but it's Chipper Jones and Acuna Jr. It's a nice booklet. It's just, I want to pay $50. And I've only had one of these come back, I think higher than an 8.5. I might have had 1.9. I got a 9.5 on a Harper Red. This was a online raw purchase. Archives 94 finest buyback. So I thought that'd just be a cool card to have. 101. A little bit of old school. This I got out of an assortment box. I think pack of this, and I knew it wasn't going to grade that well because my dumbass, when I was putting the stuff away that day, this is the only card I dropped. I did it right on that corner there. So, but I'm not a big Astros fans anyway, so they may wind up selling that one. I got a nice little Tory here in the blue at a 25. Fan favorites archives. Definitely a very clean card. And we got a Mr. Gwynn, which I know that had one little corner touch and then it was kind of ate up around the edges, but I just want to get it encased. It's a sweet pick. This was a break pull from 23 Pristine, Going Gone autograph out of 75 of Mike Piazza. Very, very shiny. This was a pack pull from a break here. Again, I have never got one of these higher than a 9. But I'm not going to complain because they're awesome. And then this was a pack pull out of a hobby box I ordered back in 2018. So I think you were guaranteed like 2 autographs per box, and this was one of the 2. Some squints. So Yep. All right, that is the reveal. So hope you guys like it. Oh, wait, I forgot one more mail day card that just got in. Maybe I showed this one. I'm not sure, but we'll throw it out there again. Loaded lineup, 98 score. Mr. Frank Thomas. Yeah, hopefully within another week or 2, I'll be doing another send-off for 35 cards. And yeah, so until then, I may do some blaster boxes if I can find any. But make sure you hit the like button. Until next time, thank you.